Welcome back. So this is kind of a little bit of an experiment. Silver maple, curly, hollow, rot spot, chainsaw, chainsaw. Yeah, I kind of rendered it out as a long time ago when I was drawing blanks out. Early stages, you know how that goes if you turn wood. It's gonna take a little bit more epoxy, but that'd be okay. This is actually for my son, for his mom for Christmas. It's got a little bit of curl in there, and these are some wild colors, so what happens happens. Draw eye candy, wisteria purple, Kyoto red, Okinawa green, and Okinawa blue. And I'm gonna go with Alumilite clear slow on this one. I got 2 fresh new jugs. So first, matter of business. Let's get this thing glued down, because when this epoxy gets hot, it's gonna wanna. This is 12-inch rounder to fit just inside my California Air Tools pressure pot. Gotta remember how much of this stuff, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Make sure we get it in the pot. Cream top straight. In the center of the plate. The more glue you use, the less likely it'll come off. But the more glue you use, the harder it is to come off, unfortunately. Because the epoxy doesn't stick to HDPE, which that's what this is I actually got a big, huge, I think it was 3/4 inch, huge cutting board, and they just cut a 12-inch round out of it on the bandsaw. And the flashing, I need to get a piece of tape, and this is tuck tape. The epoxy doesn't stick to it. I used to use it on cardboard, but I started using flashing, and it's a lot easier. This is gonna suck, but it's just easier. This is a little trick that I've learned playing around. You can take thick CA and mica powder and mix them together and fill cracks for color voids. Kind of, if you got a little small spot like I do in this epoxy, it can kind of blend in instead of being just black or clear. You cannot do it with the thin. It will start to cure almost instantly, so you have to use the thick CA. And this is my son. I told him part of the deal of making this bowl for his mom was that he needed to have his hands in on it too. He's not too sure about using the bowl gouges and going all in on it yet. He's getting there. So I told him he had to sand, since I hate sanding so much. So as I was turning this, putting the dye on, you can see right in here. The best I can tell and the best I can figure out is when I cast this thing, I turned it down almost pretty close to where the epoxy was on the surface of the wood. And you can see right here, that's where the epoxy is on the top of the wood. And all along this crack, you can see where it didn't suck up. So I know that that is from the epoxy. So the epoxy is, I gotta take this thing down just a little bit more, and I won't have any problem getting the dye on there like it's supposed to, because that just doesn't look right at all. Don't you just absolutely love covering your finger in CA glue? I always keep you a big jug of acetone around. It's the only stuff I found that'll get that stuff off of you. I mean, you can leave it on, it ain't gonna hurt you. Just have some crusty fingers. You ever just stopped and realized how ambidextrous you are at times? I mean, screwing in and out, both left and right-handed, and moving two pegs at once. this a lot. And yes, I am in my hoodie and sweatpants. Just took a shower. I'm chilled back, getting ready to go to bed. So I'm gonna put a little coat of finish on here. And what I do is I use Generalfinishes Wood Bowl Finish. And you can see I've already done the bottom. That's just 3 coats. So Danishul, Mylans, and then wiping it on with 3 coats will give you that much of a gloss. That's why I do it that way. That Mylans really seals it and you can really start building the gloss evenly, quickly, and just like glass. So, set that to the side. Other thing that I do is these are little party gag IV bags. And you can get them on Amazon, and I put my wood bowl finish in there because it keeps the air out whenever I need some. And it doesn't take much per coat, like just that little bit. And how I apply the finish is I'll take, this is little nylon woman stockings. So fellas, yes, it's kind of weird ordering women's pantyhose, but it is what it is, and it's how you can lay it on really smooth. And take you a piece of paper towel, stuff it right inside, and you'll get it nice and smooth. A little bit better view for you. And the reason why I'm using this super bright microfiber cloth is I just put that finish on. This last coat I put on this morning, it's already good enough to touch. That's pretty good. But until it full cures for 30 days, soft. All you gotta do. And all it takes is just a little bit right there. And I like to go in a circular pattern. Really, really light coat. And a good way to check how you've applied it is to use the light. You can see, even on the glossy spots, you can see where a fresh coat's applied versus where it's not. Which is how I just saw that spot I missed. Make sure you got it good and coated. And try not to overlap the rim too much, because you will create a little bead line. And you can babysit a little bit. And the trick is, well, I was saying, just the tip of your little wad right here. Only use just that little bit, because it's kind of like a controller, like a controlled applicator, I guess you could say. Just the tip of it is got the oil, and you have the other half up here that's kind of dry. So if you start noticing some runs, you can kind of catch it with the dry and then reapply just a little bit more finish with that back part. And this is the 3rd coat that I'm putting on. I put the 2nd coat on the other morning when I was on my way to work and just didn't get the camera set up, so I didn't record that part. Forgive me. But yeah, this is the 3rd one. Bowl really didn't take too many coats. Some of them they do, but this one wasn't too bad. A little weird, different, but I do a lot of different, so it's all good. But anyway, I'll leave you to the photos. See you next time.
juicy.